Hey guys, what's going on? It's Steve-O with Kicking Debt, and in this video, I wanted to go over exactly how to use the Kicking Debt budget. Now, when you first open up the budget, you're going to notice that this says View Only, meaning that you can't edit anything on this sheet. What you're wanting to do is going to go to File, and then make a copy. And when you do that, you can actually copy the document to your own Google Drive so you have full edit access to the document and you can easily get back to it at a later date. So click on OK and it's automatically going to go and copy the budget and open it for you. And you'll see right here it says copy of Kicking Debt budget or whatever you happen to name it. Now this very first tab is the About tab, and it's, as you can see, not complete. It's going to have information about the budget for people that are happening to find this online, and it will list this video that we're recording right now. At the very bottom, you're going to see a tab that says January. And the reason it says January is because each month you should be making a unique budget. So once you actually create a budget that you're happy with, you can actually click on this down arrow and then click on duplicate. And then it'll make a brand new tab and you can name that the month that you're actually working on. Now here's your actual budget. So what I'm going to do is actually take you row by row to show you exactly what each of these does. The very first row is actually, you're going to notice that there are 5 different dates in here. And that's because I get paid, let's say, every Wednesday. And there were actually 5 Wednesdays inside of January. So we have the 1st, the 8th, 14th, 21st, and the 28th. If you want to change this date to reflect whenever your main paychecks are, go ahead and just double click on this, and then you can change it to whatever date you want. If for whatever reason you don't need all of these columns, you can just delete the date and just completely ignore those columns for now. Moving down, we have what the balance row is. And what you should do with this is on the first, when you look in your account, you can actually see that you have, say, $100 available in your checking account. Go ahead and type that $100 in there, and that's going to go towards your total income for that week. Moving down, you're going to list your incomes for the entire month. So in this case, we had a $1,000 paycheck coming on the 1st, and then we had a $3,000 paycheck coming in on the 8th, and let's say we have a $2,000 paycheck coming in on the 14th. And then we have additional rows here where you can add little odds and ends. If you sell something or whatever, you can add that inside of these columns right here. The total section obviously just will add up whatever incomes that you have. In this case, it says we have 1,100 because we have the balance of 100 plus the expected income of $1,000 coming in on the 1st. Moving down, we're going to start our expenses. So the very top expense is giving. Now you'll notice that tithing is actually automatically calculated as 10%. That's because I think it's very important to actually tithe 10% of your income first off the bat, and it will automatically calculate that for you. If for whatever reason you don't want to tithe or you want to tithe more or whatever, you can just edit this column or you can just delete it. Now, anything that is automatically calculated, you're going to get this warning saying that you're trying to edit part of the sheet that shouldn't be changed accidentally. If you actually want to edit it, that's fine, just hit OK and it'll allow you to do whatever you want. The reason I did this just to give you a heads up that it's actually automatically calculated and it's not meant to be changed, but you have full flexibility to do so if you decide you want to. You notice in the blank row right here, you can actually, if you're giving to a charity or any other organization, you can just add in whatever you're giving to right here. Moving on down, you have bills. Now, these are all the bills that you're expecting to pay throughout the month. In this case, you have rent, cable, health insurance, identity theft insurance, etc. Now, in this case, let's say my rent is $800 and it's due on the 1st. So we're going to type in $800 right there. And then going down, I had these pre-filled from the previous month. So my cable internet bill is $55 and it's paid on the 3rd. Health insurance is paid on the 5th, etc. So what you can actually do is put the due dates for each of your bills in this column right here. And then if you happen to add a bill, let's say that your cell phone is due on the 20th this month, you'll notice that it's out of order. What you can do is select the entire selection here, right click on it, go to sort range, and then you're going to sort the range by column H, and then you're going to hit sort, and it's going to say, hey, you're editing something that shouldn't be changed. In this case, it's fine. It's just giving us this warning because these are automatically calculated. Hit OK. Then you'll notice that it actually moved and organized everything from smallest to largest. To me, it's just easier to actually go date by date instead of having them randomly, but it doesn't really matter. It's totally up to you. So since you're getting paid on the 1st and the 8th, well, what you're wanting to do is actually go through here and make sure this first column will list all of your bills from the 1st through the 7th. So in this case, everything up to Netflix should be on the 1st through the 7th. And for the rest of these, I'm going to move them to the 8th. And we'll go ahead and delete these. And then right here, these two right here, since we get paid on the 8th through the 14th, anything from the 8th through the 13th should be here. And anything after that should be moved to the following column. And you can just easily copy and paste these and then delete this. So now we have the bills set up correctly. You see that it automatically adds up all the columns and the cells. You'll see that it automatically adds up all the cells right in the bottom, so you can easily see what's going on. And then this paid column right here, these are bills that have already been paid. So in this case, since if rent has been paid, you can hit Y here. Now if I have anything that's automatically taken out of my checking account every month, I just put an A right there so I know that I don't have to worry about paying it and it's automatically going to come out. Moving on down, we have miscellaneous expenses. Now you're going to do the same exact thing for these. In this case, we have fuel, groceries, cleaning supplies, personal care, dining out, entertainment, and fun money. So any type of fuel expenses that we're expecting from the 1st to the 7th, we're going to put here. Anything from the 8th through the 13th, we're going to put here, and then so on. It's the same exact type of thing that we just did up here, only we're doing it for expenses. And if you have anything that you want to add or removed, you're free to do so right in these columns here. Right here I have an envelope column. If you are using the envelope system, I just put a Y here for anything that I'm expected to take out money for and put it inside of an envelope. Moving on, we have the debt section. So assuming that you have debts, you can actually list your debts right here. So let's say that you have a car payment that is set to come out on the 3rd. Right here, we can put that our car payment is $600 and it's coming out of this paycheck. We'll put it right here. Right here, maybe you have a student loan coming out on the 10th, and that is $300 coming out from the paycheck on the 8th, and so on. Right here, you can put your total balance that you have for that loan, and then you can put the minimum payment that you're expected to make for that loan. Also the same thing here, if you have automatic payments coming out, put an A for automatic, and then once it's paid, I just put Y so I know that it's been paid. Moving on down, we have savings and sinking funds. Now it's recommended that you have a minimum of $1,000 if you're inside of baby step 1. If you have any available, you can put it here. If you want to add any money to that emergency fund, you can put it inside of whatever column that you're wanting to do. So let's say right here, I had $3,000 coming in. After all my expenses, looking at the bottom, I see that I only spent $722 and I had $2,000 $227.54 left over. Now the goal with a zero-based budget is actually to get this number to zero. Now, side note here, I actually set this to have a buffer of $50, and that's only because I don't recommend getting your checking account less than that, just in case a charge hits, and that way you won't overdraft your checking account. Because your goal with a zero-based budget is to get this at zero, if you have nothing else that you need to budget for on the 8th, what I would do is go ahead and take the $1,000 from this and put it in your emergency fund, so that makes your available $1,000 and this goal is complete. So now that you have baby step 1 complete, but you still have $1,200 left over, you can go up to your smallest debt, and this is the debt with the smallest balance. Let's say this is my car. You're gonna go ahead and put an additional $1,227.54 towards that car. Woohoo! And we are stuck with a zero balance, and that's exactly what a zero-based budget is for. So if you guys are still confused and have questions regarding this, you can go to kickingdebt.com. We do have a Facebook community that's available for you guys. I'm happy to help you through this. Thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to helping you guys kick your debt.